This next guest is with the Better Business Bureau, Kaylina Speakman.
Hello.
And it's not just Fresno, right?
No, we serve the entire Central Valley, all the way up to Merced and actually down to Inland Empire County.
Inland Empire now, too, yeah. So you guys cover a lot of territory.
Yes.
And there's a lot of good businesses.
There's a lot of good businesses. Unfortunately, there's very, very few really bad businesses that get a bad rep and get their name out there.
And you are here to tell us about one of those today.
We are here to tell you about this company called Paw Prime. They are an online retail company that sells dog apparel, dog beds, dog toys, cute little dog outfits, and everything you can think of for your dog, except people are ordering them and their card is getting charged and they're not receiving the product months later. They can't get a hold of anyone. It's just a mess right now.
Can't reach anybody to say what's going on.
No, they have, I think, 114 unanswered complaints on their business profile page with BBB. So that is a lot of people who are not responding to.
So you're out there on the internet, and ads pop up on the internet. I don't know where they come from, but they're specific to you.
Yes.
The ads are getting very specific. And like I'll Google something, the next thing you know, an ad pops up for that same type of product. So a cute picture pops up of a puppy and wearing a dress or a hat or a dog bed or something. You say, I'd like to get that. People click on that and are led to this website.
Yeah, that's what we call like social media advertising. They use the pop-up ads. People love their dogs. People love to buy for their dogs, so they're constantly searching cute outfits. Lo and behold, you go on Facebook, there's an ad. You click on it, you see that item that you want, you place the order, and then unfortunately you never receive the order, but this company takes your money and runs.
So have you heard of anybody getting their product from these people?
Not that we have heard of. We just heard of people like not getting anything, the company not responding. But then when we started digging a little deeper, we found out that they don't just go by Paw Prime. They have another name that they're using, and that's called affinitypetshop.com, also known as Affinity Pets. They sell the exact same merchandise. Their website looks exactly the same. The contact information is the same. So that's how we were able to figure out that these are actually connected websites. These are the same. So we're assuming that they're dropping Paw Prime and they're now going to start using Affinity Pets to do the same thing that they've been doing.
Now, let's follow your story. Did somebody complain to you or inquire to you guys?
We are, as a BBB, we have received over 100 of complaints. So we opened an investigation with them in late August, closed it in December, just basically saying, hey, there's a pattern of complaints here. We sent it to the business to let them know there's a pattern of complaints. Please resolve these complaints and answer your customers. We got no response back from them. They never answer these complaints. So once we closed the investigation, we were able to kind of dig a little deeper. We gave them a little more time to see if they would respond. They didn't. So we decided to issue a press release and get this out there so people do not lose their hard-earned money to these victims.
Are these some videos? Did you send this in or did we pull that up?
So I sent that in. That is actually their Facebook page, and if you dig a little deeper, they go by Dog Love on Facebook. So that is now a third different name that this company uses to advertise their products. Paw Prime, Affinity Pet Shop, and Dog Love.
Now, and I'm trying to follow the path to how you got here today. Somebody complained. You don't take people's word for it. You check it out yourself.
We check it out, yes. In order for them to complain, we have to verify that they were actually a customer. So they need to kind of send us verification, documentation of their order, that they were indeed a customer. They shopped through Paw Prime. They didn't get their product. And so once we do that, it takes about 30 days. Then we close the complaint as unanswered, or we give the business 30 days to respond. But all these people that complain have been vetted and verified by our team to make sure that they were legitimate shoppers.
Yeah. And you don't come to an international site like this and just pick on people. There, you vetted them, you went through it, you looked, you gave them a chance and another chance, and no response.
They just didn't. So. Yeah, and we had people, actually we had one lady in Clovis who did not get her product. And so that was kind of a red flag, because when we see anything, it's a big red flag, but especially if it's happening in our service area, we want to alert the public as soon as possible so they do not fall victim to these types of scams.
And how can somebody, before they order from a company, how can they know it's legitimate?
Well, the best thing you can do, if you go to BBB's website, you would see that they had an F rating with us. So we rate companies A through F. A+, obviously, like in school, is the best rating you can possibly get, but an F is the worst rating. So this company had an F rating with us due to all these complaints. So a shopper could look online and see their F rating and know not to shop with them. But then another thing is their website, their contact information was very sketchy. There wasn't a lot of contact information. You can't really get a hold of someone. And that's another red flag. If you can't pick up the phone and call these people, I wouldn't recommend shopping with them. If they just have an email address or a form to fill out, that's probably a red flag.
That's a big red flag. Now, so if a company here in town, everybody gets complaints.
Yes.
Almost every business gets complaints. So if somebody complained about a local business, you give them a few chances to fix it and clean it up, and maybe that even gets them a better rating when they respond positively.
Yeah, we realize that 1 in 4 people, like 1 in 4 customers will complain. So we will send the complaint to the business and we give them 30 days to respond. And all we ask is like, you got this complaint, please respond. And if they do, that's great. But then if we start seeing a pattern of the same type of complaints, we will then give them another opportunity to address the pattern of complaints, whatever they're doing. Maybe, one of their managers isn't doing anything that he's supposed to do, or whatever the problem is. We give them a chance to fix that pattern. And if they don't, and we start getting a bunch of complaints, we'll open up the investigation and change their rating from A to F or whatever that rating would be.
Okay. Don't get an F rating for Better Business Bureau. And so the company is, say the company names again. There's 3 or 4 here now we're up to.
Paw Prime, Affinity Pet Shop, and Dog Love.
Right. Or if you just see an ad pop up and it looks like your dog and it looks so cute and you're going to order, just be cautious because there's a big, I guess you call it a scam.
I would call it a scam because they're legitimately taking people's money and not giving their product back. They're not reaching out to the customers and saying, we're just back ordered. Please give us extra time. There's none of that. There's no communication with their customers, which is not how anyone should, have their business.
Nowadays, you order something online, it's probably an automated system. Every time something happens, you get another email. Now it's been shipped. Now it's on its way. I've even had them, our records show that your product was just delivered.
Yeah.
So
that's what we call a great business, is someone who is up to it at all times. If you're back ordered, hire more people, but you cannot ignore your customers. They need to know when their product is shipped, when it's going to be on their way, and when it's delivered. And if they don't, there's just no excuse for that.
Right. What else is going on over at the Better Business Bureau?
Well, just kind of segues into some online shopping tips. We're going from traditional brick and mortar stores where everyone is now going online. So people really need to know how to protect themselves so they don't shop with, F-rated companies like Paw Prime. So there's just multiple things that they can do. One of them is just because the company has a social media following does not mean that they're a good company.
Because you said Paw Prime has how many followers?
Paw Prime has roughly 113,000 followers on Facebook, which they have a really great social media following, but you cannot take that for verification because that could be their friends and family following, or maybe that they were doing, really great customer service at the beginning and now they're not. Yeah. So do not take verification. Always Google search the company, check with BBB, ask your friends and family. So that's one of the biggest things you should start with online shopping.
Now, does the BBB have a site that you could type a company name in to check?
Yes, if you go to bbb.org, you can type in the company's name and the record should pull up right away, and it will tell you A rating, F rating, B, C, whatever the rating is, it'll tell you, and it will actually explain why they have the certain rating. And so you can look it up, you can read customer reviews, you can view if they have any complaints. Anything you need to know about a company will be on our website.
It'll be on the website. So, and it takes a lot to get that F.
It does. It takes a lot. We give people ample opportunity to respond to complaints and, fix a pattern of complaints. So they just blatantly ignored us, just like they ignore their customers.
Right. Now, I always rush my guests off. Is there something else you want our viewers to know today?
Just, be safe, and with everything you're doing online, check the company out. That's just something we cannot harp on enough. Just do your research so you don't lose your hard-earned money.
Are there safe companies? I mean, like Amazon, the big ones are probably going to be okay.
We cannot say if a company is good or bad, or we cannot, say go shop with them or shop with anyone else. We just want to tell customers how to find this information. So if you want to shop with a big company like Amazon or Target or whatever, go to BBB, check their rating. Doesn't matter how big or small they are. Right. Just, always do your research.
Very good. Better Business Bureau. The site is bbb.org. Check out a company before you do business, and especially if you're buying something for your pet. There's a lot of good pet companies selling stuff out there.
There's
so
a ton.
You'll be able to find a good one that'll actually give you your product. We'll be back with more Central Valley Business right after this.